everyone, it's Blue Loose, and I'm here to do a reading for July for the collective. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And, you know, just know that you are responsible for making choices in your own life, so make the ones that are best for you. And yes, so I'm going to do a reading for July. Just getting my cards straight here. All right, so what do we have? The Tower. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to take the Two of Pentacles with that. So, all right. So this, starting out with a bang, July. All right. So we have the Tower. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Tower, the Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So right now, immediately, I'm seeing that there is a situation is going to come to a head with the Tower here. So the Tower is something usually unexpected that makes a major impact in our lives and how we proceed forward. So the next two cards, the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, can read this a couple of different ways. So Two of Pentacles sometimes can mean like managing two situations, right? And the Three of Cups can mean like celebration, but in certain circumstances, like in this one, for example, I am feeling like three's a crowd. Okay, so three's a crowd, there needs to be, and I feel like, yeah, there needs to be, well, we'll see what comes up next, but I'm hearing like a decision needs to be made, and with the Tower here, a decision is going to be made, right? Whether we like it or not, whether we feel ready to make this decision or not, something's going to come to a head where where a deciding moment is going to come. And sometimes that means we make that decision, or in some cases the decision is made for us, right? So let's see what else is coming out. I want to see, in any case, with the Two of Pentacles, I'm hearing that there's really a need for balance in the situation. Excuse me. And the longer a situation goes being out of balance, it's like the more unstable it becomes. Okay, so Five of Swords, and I'm going to take the top one, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so 5 and 7, we have some challenges happening here. So these two together, fives are always, you know, fives are always challenging, and sevens are always like moments, I want to say moments of action, but in Seven of Pentacles, we see him sitting, right? You're sitting and waiting for something to grow, and you're kind of feeling frustrated that things are not moving maybe fast enough, is the impression I'm getting with these two cards together. So also, like maybe with the Five of Swords, there's an energy of selfishness, maybe like taking more than you need for yourself at the expense of other people or the group or the collective. And maybe also, again, yeah, some frustration that things are not moving at a faster pace is the underlying feeling to this whole situation. Just gonna look at this a little bit. So Seven of Pentacles is tending the garden, right? You can't, at the same time, you can't force things to happen faster than they are sometimes, because like things are gonna grow as fast as they're gonna grow. But sometimes in some situations, like this one, if things go for too long without growing and evolving, then it's going to fizzle out, or in the case of the Tower, it's going to implode upon itself. So the need to, like, balance would be moving at a smooth pace, you know, not a lot of stops and starts. And oh, interesting. Okay, the Knight of Swords was glancing at me from the bottom of the deck, and it just came out again. So above the situation, what we can expect is incoming information. Thank God. You know, thank God. Because so the Knight of Swords here is bringing swift communication. And this is communication meant to solve a problem, right? And it might bring about this Tower moment, but this is also something that kind of needs to happen, right? And with the Knight of Swords, information is going to come in to, it's to help the situation. The feeling that I get with this card is ultimately it's for good. It's information that's needed for good to help move things along and to take a situation to the next level, because the time is approaching. The time is approaching, just like a knight full speed ahead, coming in with the required information. Page of Pentacles too, yeah. So this is more news, right? And with the Pentacle here, this is, again, in line with a solution. This brings the resources to address the situation at hand appropriately. So I like that. Great. All right. Can you hear all these beautiful birds chirping around me? I love doing readings outside. All right, let's get some information about where you are in the moment. Again, Ace of Swords, there's a need for truth and clarity in the situation, and it's coming, right? So it might be hard to be patient while it's coming, because again, there is a sense of frustration about things just kind of moving at a snail's pace. Or I'm getting the image in my head of with the garden here, of like when a flower bud, that moment right before it's about to burst forth into bloom, like this has that energy. It's like that quote by Anais Nin where, how does it go? Something about how the time came where it was something like it was, oh, this was used to be one of my favorites, and now it's escaping me, where it's like almost like more perilous to remain closed in the bud than it is to open and flower. But it's just that energy. It's that moment before the burst of color and bloom and lushness. So 2 of Cups at the bottom here. Okay. This is representing of the environment. So the 2 of Cups is a sacrament of love. So usually this does indicate a love relationship. Usually it's a marriage or some kind of union. So a lot of times we think romance. You know, for some of you out there, it's also going to be another deep connection that you might have with a friend or a family member or a loved one. So something is coming to a head in this environment, in this situation, this relationship here. But it has the blessing of this, it's not an angel. Is that like a cherubim or a seraphim, or what is that? Those little winged eyeballs, or in this case, lion's head, a winged lion's head. Again, this is all happening for the greater good of this. I want to get more information about that, because I am getting the distinct feeling that this is a blessed thing that maybe not necessarily is too out of balance, but there's something to the situation that is off kilter, and it cannot remain like that. It cannot remain like that and stay intact. oddly enough, with this tower moment. So a tower moment is going to happen for the good of this. And I am just doing kind of like a Celtic cross spread here. Just to start out with. Woo! Blue sky up ahead. So yes, when the this is beautiful. There's a desire, right? There's a desire for freedom, for blue skies, for happiness. It's like when the smoke clears, there's a desire to kind of be free from the chains of things that were holding you back. And it's possible. I love this. I love this image. Right? This is getting your ground back after going through a challenging situation. I'm just going to get one for the outcome, and then we can kind of expand on what we have around here. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do me a favor, if this is resonating with you, or if you like these, press the like button and subscribe. That does help a lot, and it lets me know how you feel about it. Like, what's going on for you? How are these resonating? Okay, getting a card for the outcome. Moonlight. Oof. Okay, we still have some confusion. We're going to expand on that. Actually, with this one, this is not quite the moon card. This, because there's the moon and then there's moonlight. And this is the full moon. This is the full moonlight. So this is actually, yes, this is illumination in the dark. Not only illumination, but an answer. So if you look closely, he is looking at the bunny and the moon and seeing, and the bunny and the moon has medicine. It has a medicine that's going to help heal whatever needs to be healed. So this, it's so interesting. The way the grass is that he's sitting on, I don't know if you can see it up close, but reminds me of a thumbprint or a fingerprint. I'm going to put that down and come back to that because I'm going to let that image gel in my mind. It's it's a personal thing. It's very personal to you and the situation. So with that, yes. Temperance came out reversed. So this further clarifies that there is something that is not balanced in the situation that is about to become balanced, right? Temperance reversed. So we'll set that aside. I would like to get another card for the outcome here. And that is kind of part of the outcome because something's about to be balanced. And you know what? It's not going to be easy as you go through it, right? Because, like, that doesn't look easy, right? That looks perilous. Okay. Interesting. So my cards are all upright right now, but they're flying out in the reversed, except for the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is something incoming. So Five of Pentacles reversed, and also Five of Cups reversed. So now we have 3 5s on the board here. The only thing we don't have yet is the 5 of Wands, which is fine. But I actually like that these 2 5s are reversed because this, you know, again, 5s really do bring some challenging energy, and this is saying that there's an end. There's an end in sight to these challenges. So 5 of Pentacles upright is feeling left out in the cold, and 5 of Cups is sorrow over things that are lost. And there will be some things that leave with this Tower moment, but the things that leave are supposed to leave, right? So it's okay to grieve them, right? Because sometimes we have things in our lives that we know that, you know, we need to get rid of, like a bad habit or a tendency to do things, or, you know, life goes on and we can't be caterpillars for our whole lives, right? We need to evolve and become butterflies. I don't know why I'm using this example, but, you know, as we grow, we outgrow. So whatever is leaving in this situation, it's going to be for the health of what is going to come after. So we have the blue sky, we have flying high, we have healing, an answer that was hidden coming to light, and not only an answer coming to light, but a way, like a solution along with the answer, which is incredibly important, because if you know what's wrong but don't know how to fix it, like, that still leaves you in a place of like, okay, I'm still here, still in this situation. But with this card, you get illumination and a nice healing balm. So you have an answer and a way forward, which is like what we see. And that will end feeling, so you'll start to feel included. You'll start to feel like maybe what you lost, you'll start to look at what you have. And I'm also getting the image of weeding a garden, right? Like you weed out, you take out the weeds so that the vegetables, the flowers, the things that you want to grow will have more space and more ability to grow to their full potential. So in a nutshell, that's what's happening here in the situation in July. Yes, like the garden is being weeded so that the plants and the fruit that is to come in the garden can become and bear fruit and be lush and provide what you need for your future going forward. And I see that here, right? So there's an end to challenges. I love it. I mean, I could end here and feel happy with this. And actually, I'm gonna switch to my tea leaf deck. And I was shuffling before I started this, and the card that's on the bottom of the deck is the caterpillar. Maybe that's why I'm using that butterfly imagery. So the caterpillar tells us that things are not always going to be this way, right? A change is coming. I actually saw that before the Tower card came out, and like Tower is like unavoidable change. Like you can't stop this from coming. It's coming, right? But with the caterpillar, we can kind of maybe ease some anxiety about this change, because, you know, caterpillars, yes, when they go into cocoon, they dissolve completely. Like, I mean, that's a big event too. But they become something beautiful afterwards, and that is exactly what is happening here, right? Things are falling away, right? The caterpillar is becoming a butterfly. Things will not always feel this frustrating or slow or imbalanced. I don't know about you, but that makes me feel better. Scales, yeah, keep your life in balance. So in July, something that has been out of balance is going to come into balance, and it cannot be stopped. It's going to happen, and success comes with that. I don't know if I should take these two cards. These might mean something for someone. Dealings or relationship with a younger man, and unsuccessful plans. So and I'm hearing this could be a man, but it could also be like masculine. It could also be like an immature masculine energy. So we're not like necessarily assigning genders here. It could be a man, but it could be like with the unsuccessful plans. This is part, I feel like maybe this is part of the imbalance part. You know what, I'm going to put that aside because I'm not sure about that yet. Of course, if it resonates for you, take it. But irregardless of that, it's like sometimes some plans shouldn't happen, right? Like you think things are going to go one way, but and they're meant to start out like that, right? They're even meant to start out like that, but at some point things take a turn. So the outcome of the situation is going to be success, even though the journey through it might not be that comfortable or fun. But like, I'm hearing growing pains also. Like sometimes growing and evolving doesn't feel comfortable, and it's achy and painful, but it's necessary, right? Because, you know, like I'm sure A caterpillar becoming mush inside a cocoon is not comfortable. Like, does that sound comfortable? Can you imagine? Fan, romance, celebration, party. Okay, this is kind of like Three of Cups. So I'm going to take the Three of Cups earlier. You know, we read it one way. I'm also going to read it like after this is all said and done in the end, by the end of July. You're going to start to feel better, and you're going to feel like celebrating, being lighthearted, having fun, and this Two of Cups energy here can start to flourish, right? So like there's going to be more space, more nourishment, more time and availability for something emotionally fulfilling. So if this isn't a relationship for you, it could be something else that is emotionally fulfilling, right? That you can celebrate. Any last in need of help, assistance, and guidance. So along the way, it's okay if you need to ask a trusted friend or guide or teacher for help or insight. Do that. Also, really practice trusting your own inner guidance, and you know, like, you can trust yourself to make good decisions for yourself. There might be some stubbornness, you know, that's going to fall by the wayside. Sometimes there's also some worry, like in the situation, you know, sometimes we can get in our head and overthink things and like make what if this happens? What if that? And then all of a sudden we're agitated and worried, like the great worry over nothing. So I'm hearing like trying not to make mountains out of molehills. Okay, and strong emotion, passionate, love or hate. I'm feeling more love, but you know, there's I do feel like okay, so there's something being let go of, right? Yes. Something in this situation needs to be let go. Like I said before, you're weeding the garden, right? The weeds have to go, right? Moving on, time to let go. And because if you want the growth to happen, because the thing is, you can't have it both ways. Like if you try to keep both things, then neither one of them are going to turn out well, right? So it's like, pick one. And the Lover's card hasn't come out, but I was listening to something, to a tarot cast earlier with the Lover's energy, and it's all about like, what is your heart telling you? What direction is your heart saying to go in? Right? When you stop and think about something, what brings you the most joy? What makes you feel the warmest inside? What lights you up, right? If you're having trouble picking an option, tune into yourself and really like weigh them both. And the Two of Pentacles is really weighing the options, because you're going to have to go in the direction that lights your heart up, right? And the other one that doesn't so much bring you the warm fuzzies is going to need to be weeded out, right? And then, but you know, and then you can grieve that, right? Like maybe you really liked this one weed. I don't know. Like, it's okay to grieve things we let go of, even if we, you know, it's so bittersweet. It really is. But there is really a need to let go of something. But the good news to that is when you let go of that one thing, the other thing is going to grow and flourish and bear fruit and bring you joy and fulfillment, right? Because that's really what these other cards are saying. Success, celebration in the outcome, a relief from struggles and challenges. And that's beautiful. Any other words? Any other final messages. Okay. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Go after that shit. The world has your back. This is a lovely card to end on. So hopefully that will ease your mind and your heart, you know, letting go of this one thing, because then you can go in the direction. I'm hearing that other quote, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Right? Go confidently in that direction of that warm space, that spark that lights you up. That person, that project, that idea is waiting, and there's the promise of success. So happy July. Be brave, be bold, take a deep breath, make sure you get enough rest, drink enough water, and then go for it. Just go for it, because blue skies await. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time.